神羅転生
Yo, what is going on everyone? It is the Mist again. Welcome back to another video, a new video on the channel today. Today, as you can see, well right now, we are going to be discussing the top 5 characters who are most likely going to die in Boruto. And now, when I discuss this, I am essentially basing it off of one premise, and that is their connection, how much of a connection they are, how relevant they are to our main cast. Because essentially, you want to kill off the people that are important to the main cast, because that brings more sympathy from the audience and whatnot. So yeah, let's talk about that right here and right now. So at the number 5 spot, I have got Orochimaru, and now this is obvious for one reason only, and that is the fact that he is the father or mother, depends on how you look at it, of Mitsuki. So this, I can definitely see this being a very emotional death. Obviously, we've known Orochimaru since the tuning exams of the first ever series. He's been an essential character in the major plot all these years, and seeing him off, having him pay his debt, you know, trying to get his name clean by protecting the village or protecting Mitsuki and Team 7, that would be an awesome way for him to go out, because I definitely feel like Orochimaru is done with his evil ways, and he is going to protect, you know, Team 7, specifically Mitsuki, against whatever threat may come towards them. And obviously, what comes to my mind first is obviously the Kata organization. We have to see Orochimaru fight at some point, because he is a legendary Sannin, one of the remaining, you know, with Tsunade of course. I can definitely see him joining Jiraiya and having a good old meetup up there. So definitely Orochimaru in the 5th place, you know, for obvious reasons. And in the 4th spot, although it pains me to say this, because I do not want it to happen so quickly, but definitely later on in the story, I hope. I don't even hope, I just don't want it to happen. Konohamaru. Damn, I just hurts to say that, you know, because the 3rd Hokage died, obviously Hiruzen, and then Asuma died, and now Konohamaru. He is one of the last remaining Saratobis, you know, with, what's her face? Mirai, yeah. Honestly, obviously this is just a good candidate for death, because he is the sensei of the new Team 7, and in Shippuden, obviously we saw Kakashi die, wink wink, but then he was brought back due to Pain's power, due to, you know, Nagato. So this time around, I do not see that happening. If Konohamaru dies, he is not coming back, and that is just so sad to say, but due to him being so close to Boruto and Naruto, and being a role model for Sarada, because he wants to become Hokage as well, I can definitely see it happening. I just hope and I pray that before he dies, if he does, we have to see him become the 8th Hokage. If he doesn't achieve his dream, that is just going to be so heartbreaking. So they better make him Hokage before he dies, and then we see him protect the village. That would be insane. Hopefully he pulls out some awesome new powers. We've already seen how insanely powerful he is at such a young age. Well, not young, he's about 25-ish or something like that. But either way, I just don't want this guy to die. In the 3rd spot though, we have Shino Sensei. And I can definitely see this death happening, because obviously he was the you know, this is very logical actually. He was the sensei of, you know, Boruto and the academy students for so many episodes, literally about 40, maybe 35 episodes straight. He was their sensei. 35 episodes of development on these characters under him. It definitely would make sense for them to kill off Shino, because that would be very sad for not just Team 7, but for everyone, all the new rookies, all of the new generation. That would be a heartbreaking thing for them to see, and I can definitely see Shino dying. How? Probably in order to protect somebody, or just in a fight in general. We don't know yet, but Shino, I definitely see dying. And now the next 2 people, it's actually a combination of people, and you can probably already guess with what one of them is or two of them, but whatever, we'll get onto them later. In the number 2 spot, we have Kakashi and potentially Tsunade. Now, why do I say these two people? Because Kakashi, he's already cheated death once, and now I think it is perfect. It's a perfect time for the writers to give him a goodbye, you know, farewell, for him to really show his power in a last stand, and, you know, maybe taking somebody out from the Carter organization and then getting killed. It would be so sad, because obviously we've known Kakashi longer than we've known so many other characters in the story. He's been our main guy for so long, and he's been, you know, people call Naruto and Sasuke the main protagonists of the story, but realistically, you actually have to add Kakashi in there as well. He's been a protagonist also throughout the series, and having him die, that would be insanely sad to see after all these years. And the person that goes along with Kakashi, I have put Tsunade. Now, I definitely see her having also a last stand to protect the village. Maybe, potentially Kakashi and Tsunade both have, you know, both fight the same enemy, you know. It would be awesome to see her. And, I mean, imagine seeing Orochimaru and Tsunade, like, team up in order to take down a massive threat, and that's where they both die or something. It would be insanely sad also, because she was obviously introduced in the first series too, and she's been very important to the character of Naruto over all these years, and we haven't seen her have a massive connection to the next generation yet. However, I definitely see her having a connection to Sarada maybe later on in the future, just like her mother did. It would be awesome to see, and definitely Tsunade is a big candidate to die in the next generation. And now, in the number 1 spot, guys, we have the shared spot of Naruto and Sasuke. So, although everyone hates to say it, and everyone does not want to admit it, Sasuke and Naruto kind of are the first candidates. When you're looking at who's gonna die, they are literally, both of them share the number 1 spot together. And although it's hard to say, and it's just hard to swallow, it's just, you don't want to see these characters die, but it's literally the most logical death that you could get in the story. And, I mean, a lot of Narutards, they like to hate on this opinion because they're fanboys and whatnot, but you have to take into consideration, you have to use your head, be a logical human like you can be, and think about why it makes sense, and why they don't have to, but why it makes the most sense for them to die. Naruto was the father of Boruto, and Sasuke is the father of Sarada, and the sensei, or the sensei, the teacher of Boruto later on in the series. And to have them both die would have many benefits, although that's tough to say. Firstly, what it does, it essentially takes away the blanket that's covering the hidden leaf. Right now, the hidden leaf has this nice comfy blanket over it that protects it from danger, and that blanket is called Naruto and Sasuke. Now, as soon as you take these guys away, as soon as you introduce an enemy that can take these guys out, that introduces a new type of danger in the series that makes us realize, oh my god, now we have to see Boruto surpass these guys. We have to see Sarada surpass these guys. We have to see Mitsuki surpass these guys in order to avenge them, in order to protect the village. Because this blanket isn't going to last forever, guys. You have to remember that. These guys are literally the blanket of the hidden leaf. You can't have a blanket on the hidden leaf for so long. You can't have this blanket throughout the entire series. There's going to be an enemy that takes them out for sure, 100%, and it's going to be up to Boruto and the others to take them down. It's not Naruto anymore, it's Boruto. You know, this is Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. And the main protagonist is Boruto. Who's going to be the strongest ninja of all time? Boruto, because this is his story, this is how he becomes the strongest, you know? So, it's hard to say, but Naruto and Sasuke are the number 1 candidate for death in the next generation, and I can put my money on them having to die, potentially, at least one of them. Now, who would I want to die out of them? Although Naruto is obviously going to be emotional, I feel like the way they are going to develop it will be so much more emotional if Sasuke dies, and here's why. Because Sasuke is going to be the literal sensei of Boruto, and we're going to see so much more connection between them two than Naruto and Boruto, for example. And obviously Sasuke is obviously the father of Sarada as well, meaning that this death would be insanely powerful, and us as an audience, we would hate it. It would just suck, but it would be so sad, and it definitely makes sense. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you've enjoyed and watched up until this point, I thank you so much. Peace out, guys. See you later.
Perfect.